Pharaoh, to let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. I was born in Maryland's Dorchester County, around 1820 or so. We never really knew back then, because who needed a birth certificate? You were just born a slave. The master, he named me Araminta Ross. But I would later change my name to honor my mother. Now, my duties as a slave, they started when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, if you know what that means. All I knew was all I had to do was play with the overseer and the master's children, keep them happy. I could do that. But when I was about 8 or 9 or 10, who knows, I just started developing. They sent me to the house. They said I had to do other duties. Them duties I care not talk about today. Horrible duties that I had to do with the master. Well, I still had to be in the house with the babies, and I had to care for them. So one day I was standing at the back door, just peering out, and I seen a little girl, about the same age I was when they sent me to the big house. And I seen her running, and she was ever so scared. And I seen that overseer chasing her, and he was ever so angry. So I motioned for her to come on past me. And when she got past me, I blocked that doorway I did. But let me tell you, he was so angry that he picked up a 2-pound rock and he hurled it. He hurled it at her, but it fell short, struck me in the head. It was a condition that I would suffer from for the rest of my life. Dizzy spells where I just pass out in the cotton field or wherever I was. They wouldn't pick me up. They just stomp on me, walk all over me, spit on me, they did. Nowadays, y'all call that narcolepsy. Well, I still had to pick that cotton. I didn't even get set up to the big house, I call it, because they said I had too much attitude, see. Well, my hands was cut. I'm picking that cotton. So one day, I saw a man and he was looking at me. I don't know why, because they say I'm not a handsome woman. But he was watching me, and I just kept on picking that cotton. And he was a good, well-dressed black man. And I saw him go on into the big house. Oh, he didn't go in the front door, but he went in there. They say he was talking to the master. That's what they say. Well, then the master come out. Mentor, come on out that field. Come here. I come on and run. Yes, master. Yes, master. And he said, from here on in, you ain't going to have to come to the big house no more. You go with him to his cabin. That's how they married us. He went in. He asked, could he have my hand in marriage? And the master said yes. Now, I know y'all think that's horrible. But I tell you what. I didn't know what marriage was. But now I know I didn't have to go be with that master no more. And that I only had to be with my husband. I'll take that. But one day, when I was picking cotton in the field, I heard another person hollering my name, and it sounded bad. I heard her, Mentor! Mentor! It was my sister. She running, she tell me, she said, the master, he's sick. Her tell he's going to die, and they're going to sell us all off. Oh, no. No, y'all, I can't get sold off again. Because now I'm going to get beaten whipped from the other master because he's going to say I have too much attitude. So I would go run into my husband John because he a free man. Did I mention that? He a free man. I said, John, heard tell the master sick. And I hear that he's going to sell us all off. He might sell me away from you and I have to go do those horrible things to someone else. You know what he told me? Shut up, mentor, he said. Shut up, that ain't nothing but gossip and hyssop. I didn't think I was going to get that reaction. He said, we ain't going nowhere. Well, I just was too upset. You see, I was just too upset. And I kept thinking about it. And I said, I'm going to run. I want to be free too. My husband, I couldn't go back to him. He done told me to shut up. So now, with the help of a very, very friendly white woman, she helped me to run. So I took off a running one night and I got out there. It was dark. There ain't no street lights, y'all. I run into this tree and that tree. This tree looked the same. And I'm out there without a plan or nothing. I didn't know what to do. So now I'm getting stressed, as y'all call it. And my dizzy spell's starting to come on. So now I gotta hide. I don't know what to do because I can't get caught. I can't take that whooping if you're caught running. So I started digging down. I dug a hole. I just dug a hole. I knew it was deep enough. And I laid in that hole and I started covering myself up with the leaves and the dirt. I don't know how long I've been there. I don't. I just remember waking up and thinking, what am I going to do? Lord, help me. What do I do now? And then I started thinking about my dream. What did I just dream of? And it come to me. I started dreaming about how the 3 wise men found the baby Jesus. I think they followed the North Star, didn't they? So I looked up. Here it was pitch black out. And what I do, I seen the North Star. So I started following it. And I followed it. Now, what I want to say is, not only did the Lord show me my plan, but he gave me what my plan, the layout. So now I had to travel by night and sleep by day. He gave it to me. So I goes a walking. One day, I came, and there was a line. Now, it was an invisible line. Y'all couldn't see it. I didn't know it at that time. But it's called the Mason-Dixon line. And on this side, I'm a slave. But on this side, I was free. This side, I'm a slave. This side, I'm free. Slave, free. Slave, free. I take the free side, if you don't mind. So I goes a walking, and I come on through. I get up here in Pennsylvania. Hey, I did. They wasn't having it in your Pennsylvania. Even though I was free, they had the biggest slave block that you ever want to see. They wasn't having it. So I came on through York, Pennsylvania. Met a good man named John Goodrich, I did. He hid me underneath the steps. They tell me the house is still there. Right down here on Philadelphia 8th Street it is. Well, I had to get out of there. So I went through Philadelphia. And then heard tell about a place called New York, where they really respected free blacks. So I headed on there. And I started working because I'm out of ration. So now I was working, and guess what? Somebody had me some money. You work and you get paid. You work and you get paid. Nowadays they call that employment. What a wonderful invention. So I started saving my little bit of money, and then I bought me my own piece of property. All right. Now, the whole land was a piece of dirt, but now I got to get something built on it. I started going out there and getting the other slaves that was free, and I started giving them a little piece of my money to help me build that house. Got my house. Ooh, I was just snuggled up in there. But now I get up, I'm a little lonely. So wait a minute. Now, I'm a Christian woman, so I got a husband. I'm going back for him. So I packed me up some rations in my bag. I didn't know how long it was going to take. So I headed on back. So I got to that Mason-Dixon line. Y'all know how I feel about this line. I'm already free, but I ran away. So on this side, I'm a slave. I want my husband. So I'm going back. So I turned around, I headed back, got down in Maryland, and I was a little parched. So I seen a well. So now I need to get a little sip of that cold water. So I went to get the water. I heard a mentor. Here was my sister. Oh Lord, we just was rejoiced with one another and was happy. Here, everything she said was true. Master died, sold them all off. But she was fortunate enough to get sold off with her children. I told her about me. Told her about how I got a piece of land up in New York. Now she want to go back with me. Y'all know how them little sisters are. They always want to hang with you. I said, no, I got to go get my husband. Oh, please, Mister, take us with you. But I couldn't take him with me. But what I decided is I'm going to take him back to my home. So I turned around. I took her to my home. Got her settled. I turned back around because I'm going to get my husband. Stepped over that Mason-Dixon line again. I got through Maryland. Got a little in Virginia. Ooh, I smell some nice pie baking, cooling on the counter. I know you ain't supposed to steal it, but maybe I could just have a teeny little piece. So I went to get that pie and I heard a mentor. Here was my brother. We was happy and rejoiced, and I told him about everything, told him about the sister and everything. But he didn't want to go. Because you know how men are, they more feared. But likely so, because the whoopings is more fierce. But you know what? I love my brother, so I talked him into it. Took him on back, got it settled with my sister, and I turned back around because who am I going to get?
Your husband.
I'm going to get my husband. So I got down there, now I'm down in the deep south. I can smell the stench of rotting flesh. And I can smell, hear in the background the dogs barking. Oh, and then as I got closer to my house, I could smell something different. I smelled some food cooking. Ever tell y'all John can't cook? I got there here, John done took another wife. I did all that for nothing. So I thought. So as I turned around, angry, going back to my house now, I heard is that woman? Hey, Miss Hertel, you know how to get out of here. Hertel, you know how to get us free. Why not? It didn't get no husband. Come on. Start taking them back. Then now you get obsessed with something. Now, I started devising clever ways to get the slaves out. One thing I would do is I would send in blankets to tell the slaves I'm coming. I'd have them sew in secret patterns in the blanket. No one knew. They just thought it was beautiful stitchery. This was our first GPS.
Oh.
You see. But it also kept messages. It told them to, when you make your basket of rations, how many nights it was going to be before someone would come and help us. So what you would do is you would count the different stitchery for the different nights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 nights of ration you had to pack on this journey. This also was telling you, right here, you see the ship? You see the ship on the bottom? It's saying, this railroad is going straight to Canada. I would do things like pack them in big old crates that we built, have them nail it shut, drill little holes in it, and I'd have them slaves packed in there, deep. Couldn't even hardly breathe. You better not sneeze, and you better not pass no gas. I'm telling you, it was tight. And I'd ship that thing, and we steal it. That was the master wagon. I'd do things like leave on a Wednesday or a Thursday, because back then we only got the newspaper once a week. Once a week. We didn't have New York Daily Record. So that and it came out on a Monday. So when we leave on a Wednesday or Thursday, we have 4 or 5 days ahead before we be putting them notices, slaves are running. Oh, by 1856, the bounty on my head had reached $40,000. Nowadays, that's about $1 million. So anybody would have turned me in. The master, the whites, the blacks, anybody for that money. One day I heard them talking about it. They said, ooh, she sure is ugly. And I was standing there listening. Y'all ever hear somebody talk about you? I'm just standing there like. So, heard tell, she's illiterate. They call her illiterate. I don't mind because I'm not a handsome woman. But I know how to read.
All right.
But what I didn't, or what I forgot, was you don't look at no white man in his eyes. And so when he said I was illiterate, I looked up at him like, with my little attitude self. And then as soon as he looked, wait a minute, he eyeballing me. Now he said, you look like this ugly woman right here. I put my head there. It ain't me, master. It ain't me. They said, I think it's you. How do we know it ain't you? Because she can't read. You know how to read? Well, maybe I do, master. Let me see. I got my favorite book right here. Let me see if I know how to read. Oh, here's a little something right here for me. No weapon.
All right.
That is formed against thee shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Is that okay, master? He said, Yeah, because she didn't know how to read. Get on past, ugly. Getting up out of here. But I learned from there. I almost got my own self caught because of my own little attitude. Check that. But I tell you what, I made that trip over 19 times. Freed over 300 slaves. But one of the best, one of the most rewarding trips I ever made was when I brought my mom and my daddy through that railroad. My mama was just riddled with arthritis. And my papa had gout so bad every bump just hurt him. He didn't say a mumbling word. Sometimes we'd have to sing to soothe the slaves. And I would sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. You know, we all give our mothers and our fathers a gift. How many of you can say you gave your mother and your father a gift of freedom? My mama and my daddy died free because of me. And you know that it didn't always go easy. I'd always have somebody that didn't want to go, that was scared to go. We got to the water. Master done told us that there was monsters in the water. We couldn't swim. We were scared of it. I tried to tell them that we could walk through it. They didn't believe nothing I said. So sometimes I had to sing them through the water. And I started rocking. And I tell, follow me. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Now Jordan River is chilly and cold. God's gonna trouble the water. It chills the body, but it lifts the soul. God's gonna trouble the water. By the time I got that song, almost every single person was across. It might have been one man standing on the other side. And I'd have to go back. And I'd have to get him. And I'd have to put that gun in his side. And I'd have to say, you gonna be free today, or you gonna die. Today. I couldn't let him go back, yo. Because somebody was gonna find him and find out where we were. Never had to shoot no one. And I never lost a single passenger. I tell you, I met some good people along the way. John Brown confided in me before the raid on Harper's Ferry. He said I was one of the bravest people he knew. He didn't say I was one of the bravest women, one of the bravest black people. He said I was one of the bravest people. He knew. He respected me for who I was. Maybe we need to bring that same thinking here, right now, today. Respect people for who they are. For who they are, not the color of their skin, but for who they are. I tell you, it's been a wonderful thing. I worked hard, y'all. I worked as a nurse, teacher, of course. I worked as a spy. I did. But some of y'all might be wondering, because I went back for that husband so many times. Yeah, I did find a man, good man. I found a good man that loved me for the rest of my life. If you don't know me by now, let me introduce myself to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Harriet Tubman.